What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to introduce the team. Starting with myself, y'all know me. If y'all don't, my name is Shawn. My favorite commander has to be the Dragon. When I first started Magic, there was a guy that we played against who ran mono red dragons, and it was the bane of my existence at the time. And I knew when I came back to Magic, I had to build dragons. I wanted to see what it was like, and now that I got a taste of it, I fell in love with them. The color that best represents me is probably blue. I have a Urza Lord High Artificer. Ristic Study is probably one of my best and favorite cards out there. Now, threats at the table. You're going to hear a lot of people say me. The other threat is Hudson. Okay, I mean, I'm just playing longer. Hudson has a saying, kill Shawn World Peace. Same thing, I get upset because they leave Hudson open, and guess what? He wins the game. So me and Hudson are probably the threats. If not, I'd probably have to say my nephew Zane. Hudson will explain why. And then the card that haunts me is actually two, probably Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond, just because I've been in that infinite loop, and it's it's not fun. It is not fun at all. You know why. You know why. But yeah, guys, I say we get onto the team. It's fun for some people. Let's meet them.
What's up, guys? I'm Hudson. My favorite commander right now is SpongeBob SquarePants. The reason why I love SpongeBob is because I grew up watching the cartoon as a kid. It literally came out the year that I was born, and so I love Joda, the Unifier, just the crazy stuff that you can do with Joda the Unifier with all the legendary creatures. And so I've got a Legendary Creatures Matters deck with the whole cast of SpongeBob and some other legendary creatures, and I love it, and it's awesome. What color best represents my personality? It's probably going to be white. I love white simply because it is fair, it is balanced, it doesn't allow people to get out of hand, has a lot of board wipes in the color. Also, I like gaining an obscene amount of life. And then basically outlasting my opponents because they can't kill me. What's the biggest threat at the table? Yeah, I mean, if you asked around, truthfully, they're going to probably say me or Shawn, just simply because our experience level. Me personally, the biggest threat at this table is honestly Zane, because he has no earthly idea what he's doing half the time, and half the time his threat assessment is trash, god awful, and wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. What card haunts me in my dreams? Great question. Um, Taking it back to a vintage cube, Armageddon. That when I started playing, when we established this play group, I said from the jump, when me and Shawn started this play group, I said I will not play land destruction. If you destroy my lands, I'll scoop. So Armageddon for sure. Also, Immercruel Aeon's Torn. That's another really bad one. That's also banned in Commander. And then finally, probably the OG Nikobolas, the OG Planeswalker Nikobolas. Absolutely ridiculous what you can do with that card. Stupid insane. It's in Shawn's Dragon deck, and it's just really hard to defeat once it hits the battlefield. So I'm Hudson, super excited to be posting out content with y'all and talking to y'all about the game that I love and that I grew up playing. So thanks, appreciate it.
Okay. Hi, my name is Zane. My favorite commander right now is Blue Oil Wrapped Known Grady because of the counters and what it does. It's a big stompy creatures, and it's my very first commander I've ever built. I think it's really fun to play and just really competitive with the other decks in our group. My favorite mono color to play is probably green because I can mana rep really fast and get those big stompy creatures out fast. And I think the threat of the table is probably Shawn or Hudson because they have more skill than all of us because they've been playing longer. And then one card that haunts me in my dreams, or it's two cards really. It's Karn Living Legacy and Microsynth Lattice. Just shuts me out. I can't do nothing. I'm just sitting there taking damage for 20 turns. Because if they don't have any big creatures out, I'm just gonna sit there taking no anything. And that's it. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.
My name's Noah. My current favorite commander is Sauron. Admittedly, it was the first commander I have ever had. My friends bought him. I love them to death for it. The color that best represents my personality. That's a good one. I'd say black or red. And then the biggest threat at the table, in my opinion, is a tie between Shawn and Hudson. They just flat out come at you whenever they have their decks actually going, and if they get a ball rolling, you can't stop them. And the card that absolutely haunts my dreams is SpongeBob.
Hi, I'm Nate. My favorite commander is Loot the Pathfinder. I built the deck around vehicles from the new Aetherdrift set at the time. I just love playing vehicles and artifacts. My favorite color is green. I love to mana ramp, just put a bunch of lands on my battlefield, and then play as many cards as I can with all that mana. The biggest threat from our group definitely is Shawn, with the knowledge that he has and the big Dragon that he has. And a card that haunts my dreams is also in that Dragon deck, Miriam Sentinel Worm, where it copies all of his dragons and everything that he plays.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? My name is Danny. Welcome to our channel. I'm so glad that you're here. We look forward to doing lots of stuff with our Magic and hanging out with you guys. So I had a few questions asked. My favorite commander right now has to be probably one of two. Zimone Mystery Unraveler. So much fun. I love being able to sneak in big creatures, pop them up for free, and swing for the win. I also really like the Scarab God right now. I'm working on my Zombies deck, trying to do that. I would say that the color that best represents my personality is probably black. That's what most of my decks have in them. I really love the mechanic of Graveyard Recursion and being able to play those types of creatures. I would say the biggest threat at the table right now for me has to be anybody with Cascade. That really makes things difficult, to deal with. Not a big fan of that mechanic. And then the card that haunts my dreams would probably have to be any of your board wipes. Dam is a big one. We don't really play land wipes, but like Armageddon, that would really be something bad I wouldn't want to see. I'm just not a fan of any of the sliver cards right now either. Those are a pain. SpongeBob is a threat. That's honest. But yeah.
Dude, how do you feel about us being called the threats at the table, man? Like, I get it, but it doesn't make. I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, I think it's just our experience level. Truthfully, why people view us as the threat, and we love what we love. You and dragons, me and life gain. We love what we love, and so we're really good at what we're good at.
Yeah.
So
I love how the group calls me the fat Brian Keebler.
Yeah. Me personally, I call you the Hispanic Titanic.
No one says that.
I say that.
Truthfully, God, if you're fat Brian Keebler, I have no idea who I am. Just fat, yeah. I am just fat, respectfully.
Emotional, damn it!
So, guys, that's the team. Again, we are so excited to bring all this wonderful content to y'all. Yeah, so leave a like, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our videos. I'm also going to post our other social medias that we're going to be posting to as well. And yeah, guys, we love y'all, we appreciate y'all, and we can't wait to bring this new Valid to y'all. Thanks, guys. Bye.